Well, in any case, Mr. Meany, I want to express our very warm welcome to all of you. I don't think that there is any effort which could be made at this time which I think can be more fruitful than this common effort by the American labor movement working with the labor movements of other countries as to strengthen the society of these emerging nations which you represent. You are all in, your countries are in different stages of development, and it is not necessarily true that everything that you see here or every experience which our labor movement has had that can be transferred to your own country and your own experience. But I think 2 or 3 points can be transferred. You cannot maintain a free society today, in my opinion, unless you have a free trade union movement. And the trade union movement is effective not only because it is a means of securing a fair share of national productivity for the men and women who labor, but it also is the means of supporting a broad program of social progress. The great pieces of legislation passed in the Franklin Roosevelt's administration in the 1930s were passed with the strong support of the American labor movement. The American labor movement emerged into its present preeminence in those years, and they were also the years where the United States moved in the most vital way in the whole field of social legislation, Social Security, unemployment compensation, minimum wage, and all the rest. So that when you go back to your country, I hope that you will carry with you techniques for the organization of trade unions, for the betterment of the lives of the members of your unions, and also for emphasis upon social progress by the Congress, by the political parties of your countries. The trade union movement does not fulfill its responsibility unless it carries out this emphasis on a broad base. For example, the American labor movement has made as one of its central objectives 2 programs which do not benefit its members directly. One is the minimum wage. Every member of the AFL-CIO is paid above our minimum wage, but nevertheless they have fought for an adequate minimum wage. They've also fought in the last session of the Congress for medical care for our older citizens. These programs do not directly affect the active members of the unions, but they affect our whole society. And because the labor movement in this country has looked beyond its immediate responsibilities to its members, but its responsibility to the society as a whole, I think it's fulfilled a great role in our country. I hope that you will fill the same role. We put the greatest hope in you, those of us who believe in freedom. A strong trade union movement is essential for the maintenance of freedom. And we believe that freedom is the best way of solving not only, of course, living our political lives, but also our economic lives. So it all depends on you, and I'm delighted that you came here. I congratulate the AFL-CIO for its work, for the devoted work, your work, sir, and for all this effort, which I hope that you're the first of an increasing number of labor people, leaders who will come to this country, then go back to their countries, and labor leaders from the United States who will go to your country, so that we will have a great union of trade unions, free trade unions in this hemisphere, expanding throughout so much of the underdeveloped world. We're glad to see you here.